YouTube, what is going on? Something happened over here. Jesus Louise. I mean, what are you doing? Don't you see it's blocked off? Oh, sorry about that, guys. I think there was a real bad accident down here and they closed off the road. So we have to make a kind of bad accident. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. As much as I'd like to say, let's go check it out, I can't get down there, so no drama tonight. The only drama I've got, I'm going to attach the video to the end of my spiel here, is the fact that on Friday morning's driver's meeting, at the end of the meeting, Rob Lowe and Steve Hookie get up and they say their piece. And Rob Lowe, the CEO and owner of Prime Inc., made 3 claims. His first claim was that, and not necessarily in the same exact order, but this is what he said, and you'll see it yourself. He said that they did an extra 440 plus loads last week, which is a positive. Number 2, they're going to start hiring. I don't know the right verbiage. They're going to increase their hiring, something along those lines. They're hiring now, but on a small scale. So they're going to start increasing that on all fronts. Pittston, Salt Lake City, Springfield. They're going to start looking for, drivers in a huge way. Because after all, Prime is an expansion company. They're not a mid-sized company. They want to stay small. And they're going to buy trucks. They're increasing the amount of trucks that they have. Not to say there's not a million trucks on the lot right now, but that was his claims, and you're going to see it for yourself. What does that tell me? It tells me Prime is going to start ramping up to get ready for the next market cycle, which means more freight, which means more money, right? At least I think that's the way it works. But anyway, who am I? Great news, especially for me, especially for the people like my friend Scott. We both committed, and others, of course, but we both committed to buying $200,000 plus trucks, $200,000 plus trucks, in a market that we both was kind of like, I don't know if we should, but in this downturn, I felt it, and I haven't felt it as much as others, and same with him. He's on the same wavelength, and I can only attribute that to that, him and I and others take loads. I mean, we don't turn anything down. That's neither here nor there. That's not what this video is about. But I was concerned. I was like, oh my God, man, did I make the right decision committing to a $200,000 plus truck, and while the freight market is down? So to hear the news that I just heard coming out of the owner's mouth, it made me relax. So if anyone who don't believe me, you'll see it for yourself. B, anyone who's looking to make a change from maybe dry van, come on over to Prime. Again, I don't know how that all works, but anybody who's new, who's looking to come into trucking, OTR, hey, Prime's going to start opening up the floodgates. You know what that means? That means applications are going to start pouring in, and anybody who's listening to this who's new, stopping by, just happens to stumble across this video, absolutely 100% that came out of the horse's mouth, that they're gonna expand their amount of drivers that they have. So what does that tell me? That tells me too that the economy, or our end of our business, is going to start picking up. Now again, nothing goes up in straight shots. They go up in stair steps. I believe, and I was telling my buddy Scott, I think we're at the bottom, but we're gonna be bouncing on the bottom. What do I mean by bouncing on the bottom? There's a support line. If you got anyone who knows charting, I should say, charting, knows that there's support lines. And so we're finally at the support line, and every time it goes down, it may go through it a little bit, but it quickly gets back up on the support line, and then bounces up a little higher than we can. So I think we're bouncing, we're fluctuating. You know, some weeks gonna be 400 plus, some weeks may be negative 200, loads. Some weeks it may be 600 more. The next week it may be, I don't know, 50 less. Who knows? That's what I mean by bouncing off the line. But again, for him, the owner, to make this public knowledge, absolutely have totally made my home time more enjoyable, made my thought or my decision of buying a truck, at least purchasing a truck, that's that much more gratifying. And anybody who's thinking about coming into trucking, now may be the time if you've been turned down by any other company. So with that being said, I am driving. I'm going to an outdoor live music about 20 miles south of me, and yeah, it's getting dark. So anyway, and I wanted to make that video to let some of the people who watch my videos know what's happening, that the good news is finally what we needed to hear. And because a lot of last couple of weeks with these videos about how Prime's going out of business, how Prime's cutting truckers, how Prime's freight is falling and collapsing, can Prime be the next Yellow? And all you got to do is walk through the terminal to realize, with scaffolding around and them remodeling and this, that, and the other thing, that no, that's not the case. But for some others, I don't know why people like to pick on Prime, but Prime's in really good shape. They've been through this downturn several times in the 50-year history. This one was not nearly as bad in my estimation as the one in 2008. That lasted a really long time, and that nearly sent us into a depression. But this is just as bad. Let this be a learning lesson, that when the times are good, because times will be good again, I don't know when, don't ask me, the times will return to being good again. Stack your cash. Whether you want to hear it or not, stack your cash. Will you? No, probably not, because unless you've been through the pain and been in the gutter, you're not going to change what you do and how you do it. Anyway, watch the video. I'm going to attach this to the end. I appreciate y'all stopping by. BigH Trucking. Stay safe, make great decisions, and hey, better days are right around the corner, folks. Peace out.
He's one heck of a sales guy. He represents us very well. And he's, like you, he's in there battling it every day. Every day we're running away on our customers for more volume, and it's working. I think, we talk about the business cycles, and they're absolutely true. But this is a growth company. We've got a lot of new trucks coming. We're going to amp up recruiting right now, which would make a lot of folks happy. We're going to amp up our team number. We're up 443 loads this morning. Is that right, Steve? Up 443 loads. So, that's a good sign. So we'll be ahead of the next cycle. We've come through this without diluting. One of the things I'm most proud of, we did not dilute our drivers' earnings materially. We just hung with it, stuck with it, made the right decisions. I'm convinced we've made the right decisions. And now it's time. Time you recognize you're in one of these cycles or it's bottoming out, you better be ready for the next phase, right? You better be ready, better be looking ahead, just like you all. You're planning your trips. Management in here, sales in here, we got to be looking ahead and planning our next moves. We're getting ready for this thing to turn around. And we'll be right there, and we'll be growing because we are a growth company. Thanks to you all and the service you provide. So, hey, Bill, by the way, Bill, I'll be there with you.
bad knee and all. I'll be walking those stairs with you, brother.
You made it every step last year.
He's pretty good. He kind of looks
You
like
can do better than that. Pretty good. Come on, man.
That's
Step it up.
That's about all I can do for you. You're pretty good. No, he's good. Anyway, folks, again, thanks for all you do. Things are looking good. We're just